mind.
Hey, put that egg.
All right, this is why you'll never go far in this business. Okay?
He's been talking the whole time.
Your hairline
the whole time, and no one heard shit.
It's the only thing going far.
I don't have
Earlington
to say
Agustas.
anything, okay? I
You're
write
still
the checks,
talking.
and your check is canceled this week, okay, sir? All right, let
And with
me
that
know.
being
At
said,
least you slicked down the edges this week.
ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
I would like to welcome you to the Greatest Show on Podcast. I'm your host, Lee,
What else?
a.k.a. Southside Leon IG.
What else?
And I'm joined by my partner in pod.
Earlington Agustas the Great.
A.k.a.
As a man, you should never say nibble, voice.
AKA.
As a man, you should never have ripped jeans with the hole in the thigh. Respect yourself, Gucci Daddy.
A.k.a.
Meta Yams. And we are
3ThePodWay. Chumps.
Your success took a shot at it. What are you gonna do now? How are you gonna kill it? You gonna become unsuccessful?
You goddamn right. Let's give it up for him.
Sesly boy.
Give it up for him.
And the streets very own
Muck. Yeah, that's me.
Give it up for him.
Young Muck in the Big Steppers.
Now, for those of you that don't know why my partner in pod decided to refer to Muck as AKA the Big Steppers is the size of her Crocs.
Yo, this how we gonna start?
Yo, this show just went like.
Okay, so because you can't see her feet, I'll describe them as
Egregious.
Now see, I'm gonna make y'all both stand up from behind the table. Till everybody bring baby shower gifts the next week.
so.
Hey, GT, get the waist and below on these guys.
Please.
No.
Please, get the knees.
No.
No shoes.
So due to the presentation of your feet today, I only have one question. Are you willing to join our kickball squad or no? That's all we.
I ain't gonna cuss.
I digress. So in the spirit of
Yo.
so we can all agree that we've had like let's say work beef, if you want to call it that, right? Have we all
Yes.
experienced that a
that
time or
was,
two?
that was good because it's kind of like
That's kind of where we at, right?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It's beef. Okay, I see
Definitely.
what you did there.
I anticipate HR getting a email or some type of notification here shortly.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we've all experienced that at a time or another, right?
Yeah.
All right, so if you got me fucked up was a person, I would think that it would sound something like.
Oh, let's see if she got the clip.
Let's see if we got the clip.
Well, if she was, nope, she don't got the clip. Nah, you got something. You got to like walk through it. You got to talk.
I
through
have
that
the
when-
clip. Are you
know what I
ready?
mean?
Yeah.
Are you
There's
ready?
no
Yeah, let's-
professional
HR has
courtesy.
already been notified.
All right, let's hear it.
In the Supreme Court, and this council chooses to
Okay.
degrade women. I'm pissed and I ain't gonna say it because you know I can say it, but I'm gonna be cool with it. But I'm pissed. I spoke with Woodard, and I spoke with Battle, and I asked.
Yeah, so that's a.
I like completely understand where she's coming
When
from
somebody
right now.
call you by your last name, you know you're in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
And it shows the utter lack of them even addressing you as a human being at this point. So Miss Lisa Lucas Burke is a city councilwoman out in Portsmouth, Virginia. For those that are familiar with the area, and
Shout out my family out
she
there.
was very upset that her counterparts basically said one thing but acted in another manner, and that's what you heard was her reaction to that actually taking place.
That's some built up frustration.
Ain't it? Right?
Yeah.
That didn't
Yeah.
seem like that was something new, right?
Yeah.
So when have y'all describe a situation at work that y'all ran into like that?
You know, can I narrate? Because
Yeah.
I've seen this happen before.
Okay, talk about it.
Yeah. So I had a manager.
Okay.
Right. And so he was cool, real cool with everybody. And and so like people on the team used to kind of be like, they used to try him.
Because
Right?
he was sweet.
Yeah, you could say that, right? But he would keep it professional.
Yeah.
And one day though, He wasn't having it.
Sweet Bull or somebody?
Nah, Sweet Bull.
Oh,
right. So we go in a meeting. Everybody chopping it up.
Mm-hmm.
He begins the meeting, and then the dude that always kind of start the ruckus.
Right.
He started revving up. I ain't never seen Sweet Bull that much off his rocker in my life. Scared me. Like I didn't even want to talk.
Sweet Bull scared you?
It scared me. Like I wanted to go home for the rest of the day.
He said, "Can I work from home, please, sir?"
Yeah, like I was.
So what was like? Can you provide a little bit more context? Like what happened? Like
nothing. He was fed up.
so like did Stanley in accounting like say something to Sweet Bull and like
Yeah. So I think he was just like on his last straw, and Sweet Bull was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop letting folks try me like this, because it's disrespectful.
were there any quotables from the altercation?
If you can I cuss on this
Absolutely.
podcast?
Yeah, you shout it
If
out.
you want to fucking go there, we could go there.
Yeah.
Just like that. Did you see my energy and my shoulder roll?
shoulders
it was
were
just
different.
like I remember it. It's like ingrained in my.
Sweet Bull. I mean,
Man.
Lee, you quiet. What you was saying?
Have you ever experienced anything
You
like that?
experienced anything like that?
That's what you did there. Ugly.
So have you ever had a situation?
Are you ugly, dog? hey, stir right through.
Have you ever had a situation where you had to check your coworker on their behavior? Have you ever had a situation like that?
I had a manager who every time she would have a bad
How's it
day,
go?
I had a bad day or we had a bad day. Like I used to
In her personal life or
yeah,
professional?
yeah.
Okay.
I used to work in the damn, that's gonna give it away. She be all right. I used to work in a bank.
Right.
And like if her boyfriend did her dirty or cheated on her that night or you know what I mean, like
Wait, like so it's multiple cheats?
Once.
why y'all in somebody else's relationship?
I thought we
You
was,
brought it to the
okay.
front table.
My
Y'all
bad.
focused on the wrong details.
It's your
Okay.
story.
No, cheating is
I'm
very
telling-
important.
I'm telling y'all about the situation. So sweet girl, she would have a bad day at home and then like, you know, be like, no, F you, Earl, like you're a piece of shit. Like, you know, like
To you.
I mean, essentially, yeah, it was how she was treating us because he treated her wrong. So she needed to let out that anger until one day I had to, you know, respectfully take her into the office and talk through the situation. You know what I mean? Like,
So, are there any quotables from such said altercation?
no, because I respect all women, not only black women. That's something that you might not know nothing about. So
You the one that just took her into the office and had the conversation. So how this on me?
I think that was his last day.
as a young adult. Ironically enough,
Ironically, yes.
I got it.
As he was collecting his items.
I didn't last more than a month after that. However, I think I got my point across.
You ever had a situation like that?
No, not directly. No,
Never.
I haven't
You've never had a situation that worked
I've
like that?
never personally had a not with a manager, but I've had
coworkers.
I think we had I explained the situation before when we were I think it was like right when the BLM was having their protests and things like that.
You did. Tell that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So one of the coworkers, older gentleman, a little bit older than me, or probably a lot older than me. I don't know his age, but he had the audacity to state that why you guys mad, y'all? It was only 400 years.
You guys you.
Ooh.
Right.
So he was milking.
He wasn't
what?
talking to me, but he was talking like about the like he was watching the protests as it was going. Said, I don't know why these guys are mad. It was only 400 years.
So
Was that your
it's
last
safe
day
to
too?
assume he was from
He
the
was-
Caucasus Mountains.
Exact.
Wait, but was that your
asking,
last
bro.
day too? Did like he get
Nah,
the
it was-
hands on arrival?
No, it wasn't my last day
Because you were in a group setting when that happened.
it was
Right.
it was several individuals in the room, right? So what made it even awkward was the fact that he said it out loud,
Right.
but I don't think he knew that I was in the office at the time.
So everyone else was from the
saw
Caucasus
it,
Mountains,
and
too.
everybody looked at me. He's like, oh, like with the shock face.
Because now
So-
everybody in the room is expecting
They
you
waited
to
for
be,
the reaction.
to be the
Yeah.
African
What are you
American
gonna do?
Waiting
representative
for me
in
to
this
be
moment. Right.
Jerome.
Right. Wow.
I mean, but did you
Whoa,
show up?
Why would you
why,
say-
why did you say Jerome?
Why that name?
Why did you do that?
Wait.
Because
Wait.
that's just
But
as
why did you do that?
egregious.
Hold
as,
I understand your story, but why did he?
Yeah, it's
why did
him
you say
saying it.
Jerome?
Because he was talking about Jerome's.
But why couldn't it be David?
Yeah.
Christian?
I'm sorry, but I feel
Earl?
like
Couldn't it
this,
be Christian or something like
was
that?
waiting
I
for me
need
to
to
be
come
Earl.
to the Voice's defense because I
Please.
feel like this is when they do me about my son,
Yeah.
Darquavius.
Darquavius.
Like he didn't
Not name
mention
shaming.
he
Blonde
didn't
hair,
mention
blue-eyed
how
Darquavius.
Jerome looked, and
Yep.
you guys
Well,
the reaction.
no,
Automatically assumed.
he inferred.
No,
No,
you
he,
said
no,
call
no,
this
no, no.
man.
did.
He talked
What did I
about
say?
an organization, but he didn't.
All right, we'll let him finish. But
Thank you.
we were both equally offended. But by all means,
My bad, Willie Earl.
Jerome, as you said it. Jerome, as you said it.
Theotis.
All right, I'm about to walk off the set. Go ahead.
But no, so he made a statement. So everybody looking around, awkward as heck, right? So they was like, oh. And then when he realized I was in the office, because he saw no one reacted to his comment, so then he was like, oh, and he came around like 10 minutes later. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize.
Of course not.
So I was like, cool.
Oh, so you didn't check
So
him?
you let him have it. So you sweet boy.
Say it again?
No, what he's saying is why didn't you stick up for black people in that moment? That's what he's asking.
Oh,
That was your opportunity. That was your opportunity to be the Colin Kaepernick of your office.
I guess
the box
black
shoot out of
lives
my-
don't matter to everybody. Jerome.
Let's give it up for supporting our own.
Some box shoot out of my mother.
Wait, but why did you roll your eyes, Jerome?
Just saying. Jerome. Yeah.
Asking for
But yeah,
kinfolk.
I think that we've all had instances where, like, again, man, your
How
work.
about you?
What about you?
Have I ever had an incident with a coworker?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Stumble like.
With Dave
What
Chappelle.
happened?
You know what? I have actually. So there
Enlighten us.
was a situation where I was a manager and I was in a meeting and then
Sounds oddly familiar. Very familiar.
and I felt like this employee was trying me. And I felt like I had to course correct. Yeah. So
What's that entail?
what does that
specifically?
entail?
Like, do you have any quotables from that moment?
Yeah, so again, the if you got me fucked up being a person in that moment, right? I have this person that I saw do this.
Yeah. Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome.
gotta stop
So
going
as
that
I saw Jerome, right, always trying to be the professional, right? Because our anger and interpretation of such can be viewed as something different.
Absolutely.
Right? So we have to tread a very thin line as to when and how we exhibit said frustration.
Blackness.
So I let it go for roughly 3-4 months, right?
So he was bullying you.
Yeah, kinda, right? Indirectly, right? So so let's talk about this, right? So we know those individuals that they get in these group meetings and they use that as their shield, right? They make it to where they can show out and you don't want to just single them out. Right? Or you try to avoid that because, we all know how they... Right. So this went on for 3-4 months and then, as luck would have it, he caught me on the wrong day. Right? I'm in there trying to be peaceful and I'm trying to just, again, keep the morale high. And he was trying my spirit. So, in kind, I met him where he was at.
So this is subordinate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the big man.
So let me really describe it. So as I'm telling the team like what we need to do, right, to meet our goal,
Right.
he says, "I'm not fucking doing that." And he said it
In a meeting?
Yeah. And he says it just like that. Right? Now, he's said things like this before, and I found a way to like tap dance around it. Like I understand your frustration. We're all frustrated, right? So I try to meet him where he was at.
Oh, those are good.
But this time I felt like he was like using me as the example of like how he's gonna operate. So I figured a public violation warrants a public demonstration. So I had to violate him. And I had to let him know that I might not be right.
Did you wear that day? Like, were you choked up?
No, I
that
didn't
day?
have a tie on actually.
Wow.
So
did you? What kind of shoes did you wear that day?
Did you put a tie on just to take it off to show him that you can take it?
How serious I was? No. But yeah, I mean, we've all had instances like that where, again, whether it's a subordinate or whether it's a manager where they start taking liberties with you, and you have to figure out in the moment like how you're gonna respond, right? Like, have y'all ever heard the stories about people putting stuff in like the refrigerator at work?
Yeah.
And people eating their food and how people respond to that?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So have y'all seen that?
I've heard of it, but it ain't never happened to me.
Oh, nobody.
Now, why is that?
Because her food
Nobody
trash.
touching your tuna. That's my tuna fish.
You gonna keep on like that's subordinate. You gonna keep on.
He said,
I ain't got 4 months.
for those
Store brand peanut butter again? Fuck this line.
Hey, but took it out the fridge and went to the desk with it and everything.
that's funny.
You don't support me.
That's funny. So you know what? I think this is a great segue into speaking of coworkers, right? What about your co-pilot, right? So there's a story out of Florida, and I want to make sure I get
How
this
did
right.
you make this segue?
Because we're talking about co-workers and co-drivers. So there's a Florida man crashed his vehicle into a FedEx truck after receiving oral sex behind the wheel.
Oh, you talking about the
Joe Blow.
Now, while someone could say,
Smoking.
"Hey,
A head-on collision.
I want to actually quote what the New York Post said happened. Rescue officials said the driver sustained an unspecified injury to his groin due to the circumstances of the crash.
Yo.
However,
bit the tip off?
the SUV driver's penis
Impact.
was nearly bitten off. Presumably, because the impact caused his companion to bite down. So starting off on what we would call a potentially high note almost ends in tragedy. To that you say what?
Well, were they married or were they just dating?
Well,
Does it matter?
there's no
You don't
that's
think it
not-
matters?
That's not in
Wait,
here.
to be clear,
That's not in the notes.
No.
married women don't do that shit.
How would you know? Have you tried all of them?
That shit ends when you get married.
Yeah.
Hey, wrap it up. Wrap this one up, dude. It's not that up. That's not the day.
If y'all could feel the uncomfortable tension in this room
I
right
just
now.
heard what was. I gotta go. I got church tomorrow.
All right, so I don't think anybody's touching that. All right,
we're not gonna finish. Okay. Cool.
nah, so I guess we can
That
just
was
I guess we can just say prayers to the victor.
Let's all bow our heads.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Y'all having too much fun.
So in the spirit of women empowerment,
Wait.
Segues are killing.
I'm loving the transition.
I like it. You're doing your thing.
So in the spirit of women empowerment, right? I came across this story where in Arkansas, we gonna call he calls himself a trophy husband.
Oh,
All right.
Yes.
So Nick from Arkansas has
his
decided
name. His
to
name
be,
is not Nick.
Yeah,
It is Nick.
So
Not Jerome?
Nick from Arkansas has decided that he's gonna be a trophy husband.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, right? According to Nick. So Nick has decided that he is going to let his 2 wives work full time, 2 of them, and as Muck has eloquently said before, both of them.
Both of them. 2 Fs.
Both of them.
2 Fs.
They're gonna work full time while he is a stay at home, not even dad, just husband.
He's a house husband.
House husband.
No, trophy. He calls
Trophy.
himself a trophy husband.
So he does nothing in the house.
So in this day and age of women
Oh, yeah, you don't
empowerment,
have to.
should men feel comfortable allowing their queens to
Allowing?
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's not allowed. She's choosing to do that.
And
Was violence?
be careful with your words because you know she's choosing violence this weekend. She's frustrated.
Let's do that again.
so having or having your wives work while you stay at home and maintain the household.
Would you support your husband, your
Right.
king, the king of your castle, the man of your life, the man of your dreams? Would you support his dreams?
That's not a direct question.
Oh,
No, we making this shit.
Generally
No, this is
speaking.
personal. We making this personal.
Generally speaking,
oh.
Are you going to support your king retiring and being a house husband?
Is he gonna be? Yeah, if he's a good house husband and we got it like that.
Are you
Why not?
hesitant that he would? Do you doubt his ability to be a good house husband?
I didn't say. You're putting words in my mouth, and I feel attacked. What is HR's number?
Wow.
188.
I think that's a really fair question. I'm sorry, Queen.
No, I think you can, right? So in this day and age, right, if we start looking at statistically, women are starting to out earn men in certain areas, and you know, in previous years, women have been allowed to stay home and take care of the children.
You said allowed.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
Did I say that?
that?
I think because you said it's just the energy.
Right.
But historically, women have been afforded the opportunity to stay at home and take care of the children and do things like that. And so I think, you know, if that's what you all agree on and you talk about it, why not? I don't see what's the stigma with being.
Well, I guess the
husband?
question is, do you think that in my head, right? Being funny, right? Let me preface with that. Do you think it changes the dynamic within the household if that changes? So, i.e., if something isn't done to your liking, are you going to what's the word? Chastise?
Let's go there.
Are you going to criticize? And knowing you, are you going to potentially get physical?
That was directed towards you.
That was.
Yeah,
That was directly.
But this is
personal.
recorded, so HR has proof.
But no. Do you think that it changes the dynamic between a man and a woman if the woman is going to work and the man isn't?
Okay, well, can you kind of explain? So when you're saying chastise, adults chastise each other in
Absolutely.
marriages?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
it happens.
If
I thought we talk it out.
if he ain't like put
not
that
like a
last
kid,
pillow,
right?
No, say
On
that.
the couch?
Say that. Okay, let's lay it out. So you said, hey, do you mind cleaning up today? You know, while I'm gone, and then the kitchen. Do you mind cleaning the kitchen today?
Right.
And you know that he doesn't have anything else to do. Right? You leave, you do your thing. You come home, you're tired. Your kitchen looks the exact same way. Mm-hmm. What would be your response to that?
There's no response. I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right, you're making this too easy.
How am I making it too easy?
Because
that sounds like mental abuse.
Because
So you're not gonna speak to your
that means you don't.
because he's been waiting on you all day and
Right.
he hasn't had adult interactions, and now you're robbing him of the opportunity to talk to another adult.
So you're just
Wow.
gonna go to sleep at 6:30?
Because he didn't do his chores.
He's robbing me of my mental health and peace. I've been at work all day.
That sounds abusive.
No, is that
I
not
mean,
abusive? Because I thought we were a team. So if I'm gonna go make the money,
Wow.
Are you
There it is.
are you gonna
And
help
they-
out in the house?
I
And
thought
there it
we
is.
were a team.
What's wrong with
and
that?
there it is.
I'ma go
We're
make
not a
that
team?
And there it is. Now he's been demoted. He's not even on the team
Yeah,
anymore.
I thought we were a team. However,
Right. Look how quickly you go from trophy husband to trying to figure it out.
that's abusive. That's abusive.
But let me ask the gentleman though. Could you accept the role of not being the provider?
If the circumstances allowed it to be the case in my household, I mean, every household is not the same. It's not ran like your household or his household. Like whatever works for your house works for your house.
That's not an answer.
I was gonna say that's
How is that not an answer?
Right?
That's not an answer.
See,
I just said if it
we're
fits
here.
the situation, then
that's
it's
why
the
y'all. That's why
situation.
y'all in the
Hold
same
on.
boat.
No. So could you?
As a baddie, absolutely. I understand where my man Nick.
Right.
That resonates with me personally.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You wanna
So
be
you have
taken care of.
aspirations of being a trophy husband?
like
I got a question.
aspirations. Like that's my
Your goal.
my life's work. What do you mean? That's my life's work. Listen, if you got it, you got it. Some of us don't. Some of us do. You see what I'm saying? Like, as a baddie,
Don't worry about it.
as
got
a former, current, and future baddie, that's something that I know about. You know what I'm saying? Chanel bags. You know what I'm saying? Trips, flued out, blued out, shoot out. You see what I'm saying? Gucci flip flops. That's all things.
Marble
that,
floors.
You know what I mean? If somebody told you, oh, name the baddest IG model had that treatment, you wouldn't be surprised. So why is it a surprise for me?
So you consider yourself a bad IG model?
I mean, I'm on IG.
Well,
I'm bad. I'm model-esque.
Wait, I got.
Let's give it up for.
I got a question to that. So, as a baddie, right?
If it presents as an IG model, it's an IG
do you
model.
present as a baddie? So, like, would you
Why
be
you do
open
that?
to like lipo? Would you be open to that?
That was what?
You know, like as a baddie, a lot of them get surgeries to keep it up, and I want to know: would you be open to lipo? Like,
First off,
serious question.
Hold on. Did you just ask my co-host would he be willing to get a BBL?
Yeah.
first off,
I mean, because
first off,
the IG models have to keep it up. Like, it's just not a.
What you
I'm
won't
gonna wake up.
Is pigeonhole me. All right, I do wake up like this. First off. Secondly, I'm one of the curvier models.
Okay.
Hey, dog, get this guy out of here, dog.
You specifically you and Jerome will not body shame me. Okay,
We're not body shaming.
but you won't tell me
That looks like a lot of ripples in that ocean over there, buddy.
So none of the
hippie.
men
I'm
of 3ThePodWay,
okay?
like
I'm hippie, okay?
you all haven't seen that where I think Kanye said something about getting lipo,
Now,
and that
listen,
other guy. Would you not be open to lipo?
If my sponsor wanted me to tighten up a little bit, we can talk about it. Okay, we'll consider it.
Okay.
It's not off the table. All right.
Let's table this for later.
Yeah. However,
funny.
it's not on the main table. Okay? It's
at the kiddie
It's
table?
on the side table. But listen, that's the life of a baddie. That's something I have to consider if this is the career I want to
Here's
take.
what's funny about this story, though. Here's what's funny about this story: that we went off on a tangent and we completely skipped over the fact that this man has 2 wives.
Yes.
2 incomes. 2 incomes.
He's a double earner.
Yeah.
He has 2 incomes.
So we completely skipped over that. But on the topic of relationships, obviously the biggest story, I guess, if you're into that, is what? What's the biggest relationship story now?
Lori Harvey.
Because it was Kim and Kanye for a while.
And Ray J.
Well, no, I take that back. It was Jada and Will.
Wait.
Then
When
it
you
was
do
Kim
that,
and
make sure you
Kanye.
list all of Kanye's 20-something year younger ladies too. No, you know what you were doing.
What?
Yeah. Kim, Ray J. I saw you. Go ahead.
I just named 2 people.
No, you were going. Names.
I wouldn't disrespect Kanye like that.
So we started off with Will and Jada, Kim and Kanye, and now the biggest relationship story is
My girl Lori Harvey.
your girl
Yeah,
Lori Harvey.
my girl Lori Harvey.
Savage.
Michael B.
Let's give it up for Lori. All
Yeah.
right,
Potty,
you know what?
Lori, come be a potty.
I'm gonna let you.
Potty.
I'm gonna let you run with that one. So talk to us. What happened?
So it is speculated that
Speculated.
I mean she took down all of his pictures, but nothing.
Hold on. Don't refer to him like he has a name.
Yeah.
Michael B.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
Lori Harvey has taken down his pictures and Michael B's pictures, and it has been speculated that they have broken up, and there's been a lot of buzz online about the breakup.
That she cheated on him.
No, we don't know what the cause.
We know
of.
what the cause is.
What's the cause?
She cheated on him.
Who's your sources?
Michael B. Jordan.
So we've asked the question, right?
He's Russell Wilson-esque.
So we've asked.
Are we
the
back
question.
on this?
Hold on. So before
He's a good man.
Before we go down that
He's a
road,
good man.
right?
He's a good man.
So we're in an interesting time now, right? Where people are hesitant to criticize women, right? Or to overly narrate their opinions on women's actions, right? Because I think Jada is kind of getting a pass, right? As far as her actions. Oh, for sure. I don't think Jada's being held as accountable as she should be.
No.
You
Right.
saying, are you, I'm asking again, because
Yeah.
I just want to clarify for the viewers, for the potties and the podmates. Are you saying that Jada Pinkett Smith is a sexual deviant?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But in this situation, as far as optics go, right? Lori, right,
Savage.
has future type tendencies. Could you argue that?
On a scale of Future to Lori.
No, that's not the right scale.
The scale
is Drake to Jada.
Where does Lori Harvey fit?
She's a little bit above Future because she doesn't have all those kids running around.
Okay,
a little bit above.
So you respect Lori's savagery. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is that what you're saying?
I do. Oh, okay, so let me
So
explain.
you don't respect black men, is what you're saying?
That is not what I'm saying. Can you stop putting my word? Where is HR? Like, why are you putting words in my mouth? You're attacking me on screen.
Strictly clarification. Continue, please.
Thank
I'm sorry.
you.
I
Can you
apologize.
stop interrupting the only here? Okay. Gosh, back to my point. What I'm saying is, right now we're in a time where I believe women are taking back a lot of their power. Right. And I think that. So the speculation is that he wanted to be more serious than what she wanted to be. That's kind of the buzz on the street. Okay. I don't find a problem with that. She's 25 years old. He's 30. They have a 10-year age gap. He's 35. Where he's at in his life is going to be completely different from where she is or what she's working towards, in my opinion. And if you're not ready for that, don't waste his time. Don't waste yours. Let me get up out of here. Like Steve Harvey said before, it cost me too much.
So I mean, in your words, like, what was that? What have they been dating for 2 years now?
I think it was a year.
I don't think it's been 2 years. It's been like
Yeah,
a little bit,
so-
a little bit over a
change,
year.
maybe.
So what has this year been like? Has that not been wasting his time? So
Having
now-
a good time. What's wrong
now-
with dating?
No. We just talked about not wasting this man's time. He has a short window of time for him to procreate and feed the earth children. And she took that away from him. She took a year of his time away, and she knew she ain't want nothing to do with him but his stuff. And she used him for his little hoochie daddy attire, his chesticles, and she took advantage of him. Can we all admit to that?
So
Is that okay?
So we're attacking Lori Harvey now?
No, we're asking
a question. I'm not attacking
hypothetically,
anything.
generally speaking.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
She's dating. What's wrong with dating?
Nothing.
When
I
men
think
do
that's
it-
part of dating. Men do it all the time. I mean,
That's your argument? Men do it all the time?
Men and women.
men
do it all
and
the time.
women
Okay.
date.
All
Like,
right. So
if you don't date, how do you know what you like?
So when you saw Michael B. Jordan's face at Game 2 of the NBA Finals, and we all can agree because again, there's mostly men in this room. If we're at the NBA Finals,
Wow.
we are going to be elated.
Right.
We are going to be in what most would consider the zone.
And what'd you see on his face?
Pain, sorrow,
Regret.
angst, regret,
Hurt.
hurt.
From Turtle.
And you laugh about that.
I'm not laughing.
You literally
Literally laughing. You're literally laughing.
No, I'm laughing.
Hey, I don't know what this has to do with anything, but shout out Black Panther 2. Let's give it up for that. May your future movies do numbers.
I
Support
see
Michael
what you
B.
did there.
So there's this. So we all agree that tech is like really. We're seeing tech make huge leaps. We can all agree on that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Matter of fact, the last time you went to the store, how many cashiers did you see versus the self checkout line?
Oh yeah, I think
I mean, if you're at Walmart,
my grocery store is trash. It'd be one. It's like literally one cashier.
So we're losing cashiers and everything is becoming automated,
and
right?
they're manning the self checkout.
Right.
So they don't even cashier. They just
Right.
look
basically
at you.
they telling you to
They
hurry
just
up.
watch you not steal. You know what I mean? That's all they doing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So,
Hey, sir.
so with everything being automated, the next evolution in automation, apparently your sex life will now be automated.
What's that mean?
What does that mean? Apparently, there is a gentleman who has now created sex robots.
Genius.
Okay, and these sex robots are these sex robots are. I would never disrespect women by saying this robot looks like a woman. It's a robot that is made in someone's image of a woman.
Likeness.
I'll say that, right?
What's
So
the-
these robots talk.
What are the yams
They
like?
they quote They interact.
What are the yams like?
And they provide you supposedly companionship. Because again, these robots have AI, and they actually. So for example,
they have feelings.
they showed an example. The gentleman left the room. When he came back, the robot said, "Oh, while you were gone, it was torture."
Oh,
So the robot has those type of
kind of robots.
the
So
yams
Build you up.
candy.
Tugging on them heartstrings.
You said, "Are the yams?"
Are the meta yams candy?
Really? Why do you need what?
My question
It's
to you.
a sex robot.
My
What are
question to
you? What are you in there for?
Everybody doesn't want yams. Some men are into other things, or women are into other things.
No.
Right.
No,
so
no,
only
no.
sex robots for men. Is that what you're saying?
No, no,
right
it
now,
could be for
right
women
now,
too.
right now.
I mean, something like
Like
that.
I got homegirls that strap up. they put in work.
Yeah. All right.
Oh
All
wait,
right,
because I have a
just
serious question.
All right.
Are we having a serious question about a sex robot? Let's hear this serious
No,
question.
do they come with like? So you know, it said it's AI. Do they come with like a pre-generated vocabulary?
Yeah,
Well,
all
no,
that.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
They said it missed you when you left,
Right.
which means
It was torture,
So
was
let so
torture.
but miss you.
So I'm asking, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm clapping that joint
Okay.
because it's not cheating.
No.
It's not cheating.
Listen. Everybody is not. Listen. No, listen. Hey, bear with me, please. Bear with me.
Because it doesn't have a soul.
Listen, we gonna walk through
Doesn't
this.
have one.
Everyone who everyone who listens to our show. Everyone that listens to our show is not familiar with your choice of vernacular.
my brand of
Right. So slow walk this. You said I'm clapping. So what does clapping mean?
Listen.
No. What does clapping mean?
No. Let me
What does clapping mean? We're gonna slow walk this.
let me do this.
What does clapping mean?
Oh, here we go.
If it's in the metaverse,
I'm gonna hit it first.
See, this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna hit it first. It doesn't count if it's in the metaverse.
Shoot, Bama's getting sued for rape and stuff in the metaverse right now. Sexual assault in the metaverse.
What?
You familiar? You know, you been there?
It's on the news, bruv.
Oh, all right. I'm just asking.
All
Like,
right. So
It don't
no.
count.
So when you say clapping,
yeah.
what does clapping mean?
Round of applause.
Baby,
Like
make
this?
Shorty make that.
Hold on. Like this that we hear now.
No, you gotta do.
Okay.
You gotta do.
And
In
then.
and out of that joint.
And then so clapping, we've identified what clapping is, and then when you say that joint,
Yeah.
what is that joint?
Like you blowing a circuit chip on that joint.
Yo,
The circuit one.
this man is out of control.
The hard drive has
My
gone down.
CPU is
Yeah.
gone.
Man, I just think that
Tearing the
it's,
motherboard up. All that.
I think
You're gonna
that-
get banned.
I think this is a
I'm
very
selling you a doll.
I think this is a very slippery slope.
Boom, boom.
I bet it is.
No
I think
pun
this is a very
intended.
Artificially
slippery slope
manufactured.
from a social standpoint,
Yeah.
because we're already kind of in an environment and a way where social interactions are primarily through a phone
Absolutely.
or through a
Yeah,
computer
yeah,
or other
yeah,
ways. But now you're taking social interactions and you're making them through a robot. Here's where it becomes very tricky. If you become comfortable with that level of interaction, how do you then meet a woman and deal with the nuances and variables that come within that? I don't know that you can handle that.
What
To
if
be
they don't
clear,
want
This is
one?
probably for the
Yeah.
ones that don't
What
want
if
one.
they
This is
don't
probably
want-
the socially
And-
awkward ones
And
or the
let's
ones
not
that
say don't
No,
want.
no.
Those guys, they can't acquire a woman. They can't get a woman. They definitely not being like my man Nick with 2 wives. They can't.
He's not a
They're-
trophy.
But
they're
you would
definitely
have to
not
think that at some point they would try, right? You would think
or they
at some
have
point,
tried though.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
they
they-
And you
failed.
think this
And
is a
it
last
didn't.
ditch effort?
There has to because
Maybe.
like it's no way that you think. I don't think it's gonna cost $50 at the corner store.
No, that's
you gonna have to
bananas.
drop some bands for this joint. So
Yeah, these are gonna be at least what 10 G's.
So are y'all saying that there's a place for this in society?
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's
Hey,
someone.
hey,
I
look,
mean, because
if
they
you
have-
make it,
they
the
have-
people will come.
They
Literally.
have sex dolls without
Yikes.
the microboards and chips.
See what he did there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there is a market.
So you're
this is just
saying-
building off of that market.
So you saying you know people that's clapping balloons and now
Yeah, motherboards, chips.
Now there's
USB
elevated.
ports.
But like I gotta say, I always say like what you see in the movies will always some way come into fruition.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like everything that we see from the iRobots, the Total Recalls, all that stuff, you slowly seeing these things like matriculate in real life. Like,
So I mean, have you ever watched those movies and been turned on by the robots in it? I just thought I'd ask.
The person you should
No,
be
I'm not
asking is
attacking
sitting
you. I mean,
next
I'm
to
just
you.
asking.
hey,
should be asking.
can you add this to the HR file?
Yeah,
'Cause you about
I
to
got
get
a
these
running
devils
list.
outta
Yeah,
here.
they're out of control.
You heading out that digital D, huh?
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry, the voice. I got you.
So the real question. So the question I think.
What's the real question?
So the question I really think we're all asking is, do you know the porn star names today the way that you knew them before? I think that's the real question.
How do we jump from iRobots to the porn star?
No, I'm just asking. So do you know any porn star names?
All right, so sorry. I do have a real question. A couple episodes, last episode, whatever it was,
Right.
we talked about sugar babies and shit.
We did, right.
Right, like, so would you allow your mate to like have, like, would y'all do it? Like, would you allow?
You can't even get it out.
Because I want
The
to.
setup is killing me, dog.
He can't get it
I'm
out.
not gonna ask you because I don't. All right.
You don't like me? Is that why?
No.
You don't want to deal with me?
No, I just,
HR.
I don't know your family dynamic. Like, and this is for the viewers. Actually, this is what I'm
I'm
talking
about to say. So when you come, don't
Would
take
y'all
my family.
allow your mate to have a sex, like clap the meta yams and then clap you like a threesome, like a digital threesome?
No. Okay, for the record,
A digital three-way.
This is not in the metaverse. This is a physical robot.
This is real. Like,
this is a physical
So
robot.
it's in the bed.
she's
yeah,
coming
you
to
know,
the
it's a-
house.
It's a real life thing.
No, this is a physical
got
robot.
eyes, eyebrows, all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like it's a legit.
It has hair and everything.
And
So you can
it
feel that
moves.
joint.
Yo, you're out of.
Yeah.
This man went to Amazon. What does eBay say about these?
That's funny. All right, to tie a bow on this, I just wanted to mention that low key, everyone.
I don't know where you're going.
Yeah, this is off topic. Side note. Everyone was familiar with Jay-Z when he created Rock Nation and he built out that whole empire that he had.
Okay.
Low key, quiet as kept. Kanye and Donda Sports, they're doing some pretty monumental things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention one first. I'm gonna mention Jaylen Brown first, and I'm doing that on purpose because the more prominent name is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has also signed to Donda Sports, and Aaron Donald arguably is
Three-time
the greatest defensive player right now.
the greatest defensive
Of
player in
this
the game
era,
right now, and possibly
potentially
of this
ever.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah, potentially ever. So let's give it up for that.
Dominant. I don't see the greatest. He's definitely the most dominant right
All
now.
right. I mean, we go statistically, like 3-time defensive player of the year, right?
LT got numbers like that too.
Who?
LT, Lawrence Taylor.
University of Pittsburgh grad. Let's start there. You know what I mean? Let's start at the top. I don't know. That's all you
That's
need
all
to
you
say.
got?
But look, but I'm just saying that's a huge accomplishment for Kanye, low key. And there hasn't been huge announcements about this stuff.
No.
And I could only imagine if he has Aaron Donald as a part of his roster, I can only imagine
who else
how
would
this is actually going
fall
to fill
on?
out
I mean,
because
Jalen Brooks
that's a
was
big
that.
chip to step out on as your first client, if you want to call it that. So again, I just thought that was kind of dope.
But I think for building out his brand, that's definitely like a marquee signing, right? Like you signing Aaron Donald, you signing a young talent in Jaylen Brown, who's a top tier second man to go to on your team, right?
Right.
So I feel like you said, quiet is kept, like like low key, like he's definitely making noise in the sports realm, and like what pot doesn't Kanye have his hand in? If you look at it like that.
So let me ask you a question. This is I'm back to normalizing things.
I thought you was back
What?
to the meta Yams.
What?
So
Normal.
So Kanye, right? Mm-hmm. Signing these individuals, building his brand. Donda Sports is obviously like near and dear to his heart.
Mm-hmm.
Anything associated with his mom typically is. Does this wash away all his sins?
No.
You say no? You say
No.
yes. You say it does. Okay.
What
Why
what
not?
sins are you talking about being washed? What are you talking about?
It's Kanye. What are you talking about?
Everybody-
Slavery was the choice.
But why does he have to?
George Bush don't like black people. He was wearing the red hat.
Bro, let the man be himself, bro. Like everybody wants.
So I'm
But that-
asking. That's
that's-
so.
yeah,
You're
that's what I'm-
saying yes. You don't
No,
mind.
I'm
You
not
don't care about that.
I'm not saying that washes away, but the thing is, like, what you're considering is, I feel like people are putting Kanye on a status or a plateau where his sins are directly affecting them as a person.
Yes, everyone's offended. If I'm offended, then it
So
hits
every-
me personally.
So everybody that
And
offends
obviously,
you,
I don't feel like that, but
Okay.
I'm just telling you
No, I'm saying-
that's how people operate, right?
well, I don't agree with that stance.
So you
And
cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. Like Kanye is Kanye as a person. Kanye do whatever the heck you want to
And
do.
you getting the new Yeezys tomorrow.
I don't own a pair of Yeezys.
Why not?
I don't like Yeezys.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
But Kanye is a person.
Yeah,
Everybody
he's-
has their flaws. Everybody
Kanye
has
is
his demons.
Kanye, and I
Look,
mean,
Do what
you don't have
do.
to support him, just like we didn't have to support. Never mind.
So what we just saw is exactly why he asked the question he asked, because
He got riled up.
just bringing his name up,
He got riled up.
right? It generates that type of energy, right? Like that was interesting, right, to see that. But no, I just thought that was a dope thing that we could bring up.
Do you think it washes away his sins?
I think it creates space between it. Yeah, I think it creates, because we have short memories. Let's just
For sure.
We have very short memories. The minute you do something that we like, that's what we focus on.
'Cause
So
these are
yeah.
credible
That's my
people,
point.
right?
That's what I'm saying.
In the-
Like,
in the
why does
sports
it?
world.
It's like shrug your shoulders at it.
Yeah, but I can't lie. It did matter when it happened.
Yeah,
though.
when it happened.
it definitely
It was
mattered when it
clickbait.
happened.
I mean, it is what it is.
But yeah, I think we just focus on the here and now. And right now, the man just signed Aaron Donald, so we can focus on that. Good for Kanye.
Some people don't support black people.
Or black women.
Yo, that took a super serious turn at the end. I will say this: if you have stuck around and watched the show this long, I apologize.
On your bad?
Huh? Oh yeah. Hey, we're gonna leave actually this week on a. We got a voicemail.
On a high note?
Yeah, we got a voicemail that came in. Can we play that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing?
It's because I'm not.
I can't.
Go
hear
ahead.
you.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
That's because I'm not her father, and neither did I sign up to play that role. I seen the Easter photo shoot. She looked like a bum. She'll never be a stepchild of mine. So you think I don't know what's going on? You only got $300 back from your taxes. So there's nothing I could do for you or the little orphan child of yours. Your daughter thinks you're too damn grown, peeking in when we having sex, hiding the fire stick, telling your neighbors I don't got a job. And not to mention, the other day she caught an attitude with me, walked away from me and tried to act like she was a little girl from the Little Dirt song, talking about something. Girl, go to hell, all right?
Hey, and on that note, happy Father's Day.
What did I just listen to? Man?
Take us out of
For
here.
sure.
What two things? What was that?
It's 3.
Where have you been?
What was that?
Are you kidding me? We talked about this.
I didn't read the notes this week. Oh, what was what? Nobody want to talk about? Y'all being serious?
That's the dude.
The dude?
He
What was
went-
that?
He was going on the.
What are y'all doing? Why are y'all doing this?
I gotta pee.
I hate.